Hey guys, Kev here, and let's talk about the Kunwu knives Zen. So we have the Zen and the Zen Compact. It's the same design, but you have a large and a regular size version. They did not go with a large or normal size and then a mini like they did on the Tau. They were smart about it and they went with a compact. So this is a 3 1/4. And this, I believe, is more like 3.6, 3.7 inches on the blade length. So you have, normal size people, and then you have larger knife people, right? Which I really, really appreciate. We can do some quick measurements so that you guys are sure about the sizes on these. You don't just have to listen to me. These are right hand only, tip up clips. Tip up carry. So, yeah, we're looking about 3 1/4 on this guy, maybe a little bit over. And then on the big boy, we are looking at 3 3/4. So, pretty much what I was thinking. Here is your handle length, if you want to see that as well. You're looking at about 4 3/4, somewhere between 4.5 and 4 3/4. I'm not sophisticated enough to tell you what that is. And then you're looking at 4 1/4 on the compact. So hopefully that helps. If we want to look at, I don't usually do a lot of specs, but hey, why not, guys? Today's the day. 4.7, 4.8, 4.9 on the thickness, handle thickness on the compact. Let's see if they kept that the same here. No, they went a little wider. 5, so 1/2 inch on the full size. All right, I think that's enough specs, guys. If you want one of these, there's a link down below. Using that link may help the channel. It may not. I'm not sure yet. They were going to set something up so that I could send you guys over to the website to pick it up, and it would help the channel out. Regardless, there's a link down there if you want to pick one of these up. And for the price, I think they're around $180, $200 in LMAX steel and titanium frames. I think these are pretty much fantastic. I mean, it's hard to beat those price points. I have some other models they sent me to check out. I'll do reviews on at a later date. But I want to talk about the Zen. So I have carried both of these. I have used both of these. I've fidgeted with both of these. I've gotten the lay of the land with both of these. And I got to say, I really like them. There's a couple things that I don't love. But overall, they're fantastic knives. So let's talk about the knives aesthetically. The only real difference here, guys, is going to be the size. So I might just interchange things and whatever. We're talking about the Zen model overall. And then the one that I would gear towards or lean towards myself is the compact. I just like a 3 1/4 inch blade. I like this size of a knife overall. This is a little bit big, but it's not like too big. This is still something I would carry. It's still something I would recommend and I would use, but given the choice, I would go with the compact. I do think it's a cool looking knife. I've said this before. It looks like something Colin would design. Colin being Colin Mason Pierre, my partner on Devo Knives. So a couple of knives that he has designed. You have the Best Tectonic here. So let me just slide that up. I'll put it with the Zen. Best Tectonic. You have the Devo Knives Bud, so you can just get a sense for his design language. We did collab on this, but the original design looked a lot like this, and it was his design. So, I mean, you even see the pivot collar and the pivot. I mean, those look pretty much the same. That's crazy. Didn't even think of that. But it's kind of got that sheep's footy spear point blade that he likes. If you look at the Kubi Royal and stuff like that. It has similarities there, right? The overall handle shape and design, the sort of 50-50 choil situation, the hole for deployment. I don't know. It just kind of made me think of Colin. He didn't design it, and, he's not part of this. I just wanted to put it out there and say, hey, it kind of gives me those vibes, which is cool, right? Basically, it means I like the design language. At first, when I saw this, I thought it looked kind of goofy, but it has grown on me. Ergonomically, with a large glove-sized hand, I can get a full grip behind this flipper. That's one thing I don't love is this flipper sticking out down here. But I can get a full grip. Of course, I'm always going to be up in this choil, and you don't have any kind of humps or anything. You just have the flipper tab, so it feels really good in the hand. So compared to something like the Nimble, where you have the same deployment methods, front flipper, top flipper type thing, back flipper, and a hole, on the Nimble, they're kind of tucked away. So when closed, it's kind of nice. You don't have these flipper tabs sticking out or anything like that. But when open, on the Nimble, it's nice that there's no flipper tab sticking out, right? But it also adds this hump because that flipper tab has to be this long piece because it's not sticking out this way. It's sticking up this way. So you end up with this sort of hump area right here, which is definitely an adjustment if you don't carry it for a while or, you know, you haven't had one before and you just get it. You know, you got to get used to that kind of hump. I've gotten used to it at this point and I like it, but this is definitely more comfortable right off the bat, and your fingers are kind of closer together where this separates your fingers. It's definitely an adjustment. So there's kind of give and take to the way these are designed, right? On this one, they went with the top flipper type thing, where this is sort of a front flipper. You just push it along the front there. This one, you could do both. You can get it at the front like that, and you can also climb up top, and you can get it like that. And then you can also reach around and get it like that. Where this one, you're really, you know, you're kind of left to just doing that, which is perfectly fine. And then, of course, they both have the hole for deployment. But I just figured the triple deployment thing was worth mentioning. But yeah, the ergos are good on this. I enjoy it. And then on the large one, you just have more room down here for me, and then choked up, just as comfortable. I do like the way the spine is. It's crowned and it's very comfortable. It's got a little bit of a swell here for your finger to land in, and on both of them, that's very nice. There is jimping, but it's kind of useless, and it's back here. That is one thing I want to talk about. The jimping on these knives, specifically on the front flipper, is not good. It's just a little too, it's not aggressive enough for me. Like, I can slip off real easy. I can slide right over, especially if I'm like sweating or something like that. I would want it to be more aggressive. For example, the buzz. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just more aggressive. It just catches your finger a lot more. You get grip to rip. Where on this, you're kind of left slipping a little bit. So I would definitely want it to be a little more aggressive. But it does work. And I think for most people who don't have sweaty hand problems, it would be perfectly fine. The carry, I don't love the clip. It's a bit tight, to be honest. I carried the smaller one more than the bigger one, but they both function the same. They're pretty tight. I mean, it's like I can't even lift that up. So, you know, you got to kind of shove it in your pants, and then you got to really rip it out. So, I don't know if that would break in or if it could be adjusted, but they both feel the same. It is lightweight. It's got good weight relief in there, and it carries very, very well in terms of the weight and everything. Didn't notice the flipper tab. That wasn't an issue in pocket. Sounds. Nice. Sounds are really good. They don't have a great closing sound. They just kind of thud closed. But it's not bad either. Action / fidget factor. We've gone over this a little bit here. You have the flipper tab, which is perfect. It has a little swell for your finger, and then it also kind of drops off. So it's not on an angle down or anything, and it catches your finger really well. Even with the jimping the way it is, it doesn't even really need it. I can get it from almost anywhere. It's just not going to be an issue. I haven't slipped off of it or anything like that. It just works really well. The Detent is not dialed super stiff, but it's not weak either. Yeah. I mean, if I really try, I can fail it, but I'm really trying. It fires out. And this one definitely, fires out. Again, then you have the buzz cut sort of style front flipper. Pop it over the top like a Zippo. The way they did this is it kind of works like a traditional front flipper. I don't know why they didn't jimp this right here. Would have been better, but you can catch it over the front. Sorry. Like that. You just have to get that tab. It's a little easier on the big one because there's just more tab because everything's a little bit bigger on that, I think. So I can just catch that better, but it works on both. And then, of course, you have the Bic lighter. Oop. See that jimping? There you go. And you have the reach around. So you have all those options and then a reverse flick. Left-handed, this one is a little bit easier because it's larger, I think. I'm lower down on the frame lock. Oop. I can get it and flick it. This one, I have to climb down a little bit, and I can get it. If I go to my normal position like this, yeah, I have to fight it open. I just kind of try to find the clip, and then I can fire it, and it's a little bit stiff, but it definitely shoots out, and it's good to go. Grind lines on here are, it's supposed to be like a machine satin. It's not a belt satin. It's a machine, basically CNC satin. Comes right off the machine like that, I think. Closing action on this one, you can swing it down and then smooth shake close. If you go up too high, you'll get hit by the flipper tab, so you got to try to come down here. Lock bar access is pretty good. You have this notch right here, which is, like I said, a little bit weird. I feel like it should have been lower because then you could get past that flipper tab, but maybe a lot of people like to do that. You are past the detent at that point. Detent brake is right there. Fantastic. No ramp needed or anything. You're already way past it by the time you even think. So that one swings down, dead nut centered. No detent lash or anything like that. This guy on the close is a bit scary. Swings and shake down. I mean, barely even needs that shake right there. And then swing. And disengaging on this one. Again, same thing, but this one's a little bit lower. It feels like because of the size, it passes right away. I don't know why the detent feels lighter when I'm doing the flick on this one. Oh. I don't know. Interesting. But the detent isn't light. I don't know. It's weird. They have it set up so you can definitely front flip it. If they went any stronger, it would be sort of difficult to front flip. So they're dialed in really well. So overall, I'd say these are fantastic. I mean, for the price point, getting that Timascus pivot collar, titanium, orange peel finished, scales, milled clip, LMAX steel. I don't know if I mentioned that. You're getting 3 deployment options. You're getting probably multi-row bearings would be my guess. Just really good action all around. Not much to complain about on these, to be honest. And if they're coming in around 180 bucks, that's fantastic. So that is the Zen from Kunwu. Again, there's a link down in the description. Check that out. Let me know what you think. Did you get one? Are you going to get one? Do you like the large one or the compact one? Just let it rip down there. Let me know what you think. And I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.